I must say that I have an awful lot of annoyance, embarrassment, and shame when it comes to what I see white people dealing with on a daily basis. And I'm awful sorry for many of them who have to live with many blacks who are hard to live with. And one anecdote story made me see this as a child. I must have been maybe 10, 11 years old, and my father, my siblings, and I, we were walking in the neighborhood presenting presents to neighbors during the holiday season. And we went to my next door neighbor, and they were old, elderly white couple. One of them was a World War II veteran, another one was a teacher, but they were retired. And I remember we went into their home and they allowed us in, and we were giving them presents. And the wife, the mother, and what have you, she was in the living room watching television, and it wasn't too loud. But right next door, I heard my mother talking on the telephone, but she was talking very loudly as if she was screaming on the telephone. It was much louder than the television set. And I remember at that moment seeing that, how embarrassed I was and what she was probably thinking about my family, perhaps even me, that we didn't know decorum. We didn't know how to live in a quiet environment. And I saw her face and she looked very annoyed, but almost afraid to say something about it. And that stayed with me because I felt so bad for her. I felt so bad for her. I didn't think it was right. And I thought my mom was rude to talk as loud as she did. And I knew that if I'd said anything to my mother, she wouldn't care. And that's a very painful place to be in. And now I look at that incident as a microcosm of the whole country because there are vast amounts of whites who live in close proximity to many blacks. And not all blacks are this way, but a great amount are. And they deal with the same type of headaches that my neighbor dealt with my family. And it's very hard to live with people whom you have very little in common with. And you feel like you want to be around people who resemble more of you. And I think white people have to deal with a lot more strain than other races of people because of that. Multiculturalism has been a disaster. And as a black person, I feel bad for whites. I really do. And I'm awful sorry that you have to deal with what you deal with. But hopefully we can fix it. But that's just a story that I wanted to share. And yeah, hope that was helpful.